first time chatting in the room podcast, I have Jake Caskey in the house, man. How's it going, my friend?
Oh, it's going well. Fight camp, winding down. Got a workout in today. About to hit workout number 2. Split some wood all day long, so it's going right along.
Excellent. Well, you say you just got out of some training. Who were you fooling around with this morning?
We had the early morning squad. Me, myself, Billy Goff, Randy Francis, Austin Shawla couldn't join us this morning. I got to give him shit for that. He's his cardio is on a whole nother level. He gets up an hour before us and does extra shit on his own. So, you know,
He was
but
probably
yeah, man, we were hitting a nice, cardio workout this morning. Just a little weight maintenance, keeping the limbs, loose, working out the stiffness.
yeah. We're only a couple of weeks or so out from your second amateur fight, bro. Let's talk about it, bro. You made your debut for Cage Titans when they came back. It was their comeback. And you were the first MMA fight, amateur MMA fight of the night, and you
Yes,
and
sir.
Dan Walsh blew the roof off the place, man. Let's talk about it and the experience that you were a part of, in that matchup.
Yeah, man. I mean, the opportunity to fight on that card, the first one back, the first fight, MMA fight of the night, like you couldn't ask for a better opportunity for your first, amateur experience. Obviously, it didn't turn out in my favor. You know, uh, there's nothing that will prepare you for that first time you step in that cage. And I think I was going through that a little bit. I had a fight fall through, before COVID and everything. So to finally, get to weigh-ins and have the kids show up and be able to get in that cage, I think I was just so excited to get in there and just, put knuckles on skin and just let the moment get to me a little bit. But all the props in the world to Dan Walsh as well. Like you said, it takes two to tango, and we both went in there and we gave the fans something to get going for the rest of the night. So I mean, what more can you ask for?
Not much,
Like I
man. It was a firefight, bro. You guys lit up the crowd, man. Like you said, you didn't come away with the victory, but you had your moments in that fight. I mean, it was entertaining through and through. As far as coming out there and the experience, like you talked about, you might have went in there, rushed a little bit. As far as your first time, what are you taking out of that fight that's going to propel you into the second time in there?
Yeah, so we knew, going into that fight with Walsh, we knew, my game plan, and Dexter was fully behind it, was to just go in there and test the hands. Everybody is going to look me up and instantly see wrestling, wrestling this, wrestling that. So they know that I'm bringing that wrestling into the cage. And I personally know, is always going to be there. Like, you guys saw that takedown that I hit, in the second round there. That was just an instinctual takedown. Like, the wrestling's always there. So we went in to test the hands, and test them we did. Dan's striking was phenomenal. We couldn't ask for, a better first opponent than Dan. Coming in there well prepared, crisp, straight shots, getting to work my head movement and slip and rip a little bit. So it definitely showed us a lot of things to work on, and that was the goal. If I learn as much from, the rest of my amateur fights as I did from that first one, I'm gonna have a pretty good career ahead of me. I took a lot away from that fight.
Well, as we all know, Dexter's MMA, they are prepared. You guys and ladies are prepared when you hit that cage. Dexter puts you through the ringer to make sure you're prepared and you're ready for anything, especially in your first amateur fight, bro. And he came through here with the coaching, and I mean, you had other fighters on the card along with you, so you guys had a team effort going into that cage. How does that feel, knowing that you're going into battle with guys you're getting preparing with?
Oh man, I mean, there's nothing like it. There's nothing better than going to war with your brothers, and that's what we're doing. You know, uh, I think it was Mike, made a comment on one of like the Cage Titans podcasts a while ago, like, you know, the guys from the Rough House show up like a biker gang, with Dexter leading the charge, and we love that shit, man. Like that's the exact mentality. We are coming up there for war. We are coming for fucking violence. Everybody knows it. Try and stop it. And you know, going into this one, you know, with Billy fighting for a title, what fighting for the belt, that's more incentive. You know, Randy Francis has got his opponent, you know, running his mouth. He's gonna knock out this, knock out that. That's just more fire under us. So, you know, we're feeling awesome coming into it.
Excellent. Well, it's a long day for the team. It's a day-night doubleheader. You,
Yeah.
you dudes as amateurs get your own card to start off the day, and then
Yeah.
Billy Goff, your training partner, will be main event fighting for that welterweight title in the the main card or the pro card at night, dude. As far as the amateur card, how do you feel about that? Having just an amateur card and being able to spotlight the new kids on the block.
I love the idea behind it. I'll be honest with you. I would like to be fighting on the same card as, you know, my entire team. Like you said, it makes for a long day, you know. Um, but you know, grateful for the opportunity to fight. I'll fight anywhere, anytime. So what am I gonna do? Say no, I'm not gonna fight you at 12 o'clock? Yeah, no, I'll fucking be there. I'll be ready to bang. It'll be a show.
Well, you'll be ready to bang against a dude making his amateur debut. We don't know much about him. There's really nothing out there on him. Maybe got a smoker or two. He's coming out of City Odd Tong. Do you know anything about this kid from behind the scenes, or is this just kind of a myth dude coming in for the first time and you don't know what to expect out of him?
I'll be honest, Steve. I don't know a damn thing about this kid. I know I know all the things that you just listed. He's coming out of Sit Yat Tung. This is his first fight. Uh, you know, maybe a couple like amateur boxing matches, I think. But other than that, you know, I don't know anything about him. And to tell you the truth, like it doesn't matter. None of that really matters. You know, he could. I'm preparing for him like he's the best boxer in the world. You know, I'm preparing like he's got, you know, hands like Canelo and defense like Mayweather. You know, that's how I'm approaching this opponent. And whatever he's bringing in, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna, you know, I have certain things that I want to execute in this fight, certain facets of my game that I want to put to the test, and it's gonna be up to him to try and stop it because, you know, I'm going in there to do what I do, and that's all there is to it.
Well, you spoke about Dexter in that first fight wanted to test the hands because we know your accolades as your wrestling background and stuff there. Not to give away a game plan, but what are you looking to test this time? You looking to get a well-rounded? I mean, the last fight was well-rounded too, but it was a lot more throwing leather than the grappling side. But what are you looking for on here to kind of test the waters and get experience with?
Been working on some crazy spinning hook kicks. Maybe I catch him in the teeth with a crescent kick or something crazy. No, I mean, I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna push the pace. You know, that adrenaline dump hit me really hard in that first fight. And, you know, shout out to Dan again. He was going through the same thing first fight. He was able to push through it, but I took that really hard on myself. You know, I want to pride myself on my cardio and my pace, you know, just overwhelm guys with volume. And so for that to kind of shake out the way it did, it hit me hard. So I've really, you know, upped the intensity of this fight camp. I've never been more driven and focused, you know. So I'm just bringing a high pace. That's what he can expect. I'm bringing volume. I'm bringing violence, chaos. I'm gonna hit him with everything I got.
Awesome, man. That's gonna go on a shirt somewhere right there, my friend.
Hey, man, I'm gonna do shirts for the next one, not this time around, but
Well, my friend, one of my favorite words is handsome because I know I'm very handsome and I'm talking to a handsome guy here. And when I take pictures with people, I always call them handsome. Dude, you are handsome. You got show me the fists, man. Like back them up.
yeah,
Like what? That's outstanding because one of your pictures has that. I don't know if it was from Cage Titans, and it just hit me. I'm like, that's fucking fabulous, Dan. What brought on the tattoo idea?
man, it was honestly it was an idea Buddy and I spawned, you know, a couple of years ago. Just trying to come up with like the silliest, shittiest finger tats we could come up with, and handsome was right up there on the list, like hand,
Exactly.
It's hilarious. And yeah, I think we took that picture. I think we took it before we drove up for the fights that day, the handsome one,
Yep.
But yeah, it's
Well,
it's
dude,
pretty funny. It's a funny story.
last thing before I let you give your shout outs and, thank yous and all that, these killers coming out of Dexter's, you got Billy Goff, you got Randy Francis. There's no middle names in there. Like, I know some coaches give names to fighters as they're walking out to the cage or the ring or, in training camp. Dude, none of you have these nicknames. Like, I mean, can we be Jake Handsome Caskey or something, man? You got tattoos. What's going on with that?
Yeah, man, we've thought about it. Maybe somewhere down the line. I think I'm gonna have to earn Dexter's permission before that one. He told us if we want a nickname, we can all go out as Dexter as our nickname. Jake Dexter Caskey. It sounds pretty nice.
Sounds great. I
Yeah.
mean, George Foreman named all his kids George. You know what I mean? Or, he can name all you guys Dexter. You know what I mean?
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And if a little bit of that Dexter mentality rubs off of me, then shit, who am I to say no?
There's nothing wrong with some of that rubbing off on you, man. Results coming out of that camp and from Dexter, man. He goes way back. He's well known in the New England area and beyond, dude. Final thing from you, my friend. Pleasure talking to you for the first time. We spoke after your fight, and it was really cool to catch up with you and talk about the experience. But man, shout outs, sponsors, because we want the spotlight on you and tickets to sell for this great event on November 6th.
Yeah, man. So no sponsors for this fight. Like I said, I might be doing some T-shirts and some sponsor stuff for the next one, but this one I want to get that W under my belt before I start doing all that. Let me dial in the fight game before I pursue the extracurriculars. But no, I mean I've got I know a bunch of people supporting me already. Bought tickets to go up there. Personally, I'm not selling them. It's just I wouldn't sell enough to make it worth the while. But I know there's some people making that trek. So if you're doing that, I love you. I know that I'm gonna sell, a ton on the streams again. Hopefully I get that #1 stream seller spot this time. Get a little trophy for that or something. Cage Titans, come on. And yeah, I mean, shout out to my teammates, Dexter, Kierkor, all of them. Billy Goff, Randy Francis, Austin Shala, just animals. Pushing each other every day. This camp has gone flawlessly. We're coming in, like I said, like a biker gang on a warpath. So shouts out to all those guys getting me ready for this, and I'm excited to put on a show, man. I wish we were fighting fucking tomorrow.
Awesome, man. Well, it's right around the corner, my friend. It's going to be a busy weekend for New England and MMA. Lots of cards going on. Cage Titans is one of the main ones in New England, man. So congratulations, brother, on, the opportunity, getting another, shot in there and, putting on a show with your training partners alongside of you. Social media, brother, because you guys got a ton of footage on Instagram and stuff, and I want everyone to check you guys out.
Yeah, follow the gym page at Team Dexter Valley Tudo. My social media, I pretty much just use Facebook and Instagram. Instagram is Jake_Caskey. Facebook, Jake Caskey. That's, anything that I'm posting is going to be on one of those two sites, if not both. So people can find me there, and yeah, that's all there is to it.
Excellent. Well, Jake, man, pleasure catching up with you, brother. And I'll be cage side watching you work on November 6th, man. So, put in that work, bro, the next couple of weeks, and we'll see you shine on Cage Titans 50.
Yes, sir, Steve. Good chat, and thanks.